I'm gonna post this video on how to take the outside door handles off of a Ford Edge, 2017 Ford Edge. Two of my body men and myself struggled, tried to find any information on it. I found one video, but it bounced around so much I had to watch and kind of struggle through the presentation. It didn't give a real good video, but eventually it did show me how to take the door handle off. I hope I do a little bit better job here on this video. You be a judge of that. If you have. This is a 2017 Ford Edge. We were trying to figure out how to get the door handle off this vehicle. And in the process of doing this, both of my bodymen and my painter got online. They got online, they tried YouTube, and nobody could find the solution to pulling these door handles off, the extra door handles, so we can paint it. So I got online and I actually did find a YouTube video that explained how to take it off. And the videos that you see, it's okay. It did explain it, but it was moving around so much. This is the door handle. It's got a little electrical outlet right here for wiring that you have to unplug inside the door. And once you get it where you need it, this goes in here like this. And what happens is most of the videos that you see out there, this notch is huge, so you can just pull the handle forward and it pulls right out. This particular one with the little square hole here, you could not get this door handle to come out. It wouldn't come out. And so looking at the one video, I figured out how to do it. And the whole secret to this is when you take the original cap off, when you take this cap right here off, there's a little screw right in this little spot here. I'm going to take it off here in a minute. You undo the screw and this cap comes off. Then what you have to do is you have to back that screw out another ½ an inch, then you can get the door handle off. But they don't explain it very well, and I'm going to attempt to record this and show it to everybody, so if you ever have to work on these newer Ford Edges, you'll be able to get the door handle off without struggling like we did. We probably got an hour and a half, 2 hours trying to figure this out. It took me about 45 minutes this morning online to get it, and I'm going to take this apart and show you how to do it correctly, I hope, and we'll go from there. Okay, once you get the door panel off, what you have to do, you have to get up in here, and you have to take that little, electrical harness off of the back of the handle, plug it off of here. Just a little button right there you push in. You just push in that little button and this unplugs. After you get that done, you then come out here, and take a small play knife or whatever, and you pull this little cap off. Once the cap's off, now we're using a, what size is this? We're using a number 27 torque. We got to get inside this hole. I don't know if you can see it in there. There's a little torque right in there. We're going to go in here. We're going to back this torque off. I'm going to get my light out of here. Now, if we back this torque out, if we're backing this torque out, at a certain point, this little cap will release itself. Oh, my torque came off here. Of course, my phone's going to ring right in the middle of this. So we back this torque out, and once the torque's backed out, we should be able to, you pull this, and then this is supposed to come right out. Oops. We might have to take that torque out a little bit further. I'll take the torque out a little bit further. As I'm backing this off, this thing is getting really loose. You can see, let's see if it's ready yet. There we go, that came right off. So we backed the torque off and that came off. Now, the next phase, the door handle doesn't come off. It doesn't move, doesn't go left, right, up, down, nothing. The next part of the phase on this, the next step, is you have to go back to this torque and you have to continue backing it off. As you continue backing it off, it releases the front of the door handle. And not quite yet. I could drop that tool a couple more times here. Of course, where's it's going to go to? It's going to go underneath the rack, clear into the middle of the rack. Anybody that knows anything about working on cars, if you're going to drop something, it is going to go out in the middle of the... it's going to go out in the middle of the farthest place way to reach it, of course. Okay. Let's get back on this. Try to drop it more. What we've got to do, you have to continue backing this torque off. This is now all it's holding the door handle in place is this torque. You just have to keep backing it off. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. This bone's driving me crazy. The trick appears on this is you just have to keep turning this. At a certain point, as you're turning this out, well, we're still not there yet. Isn't that special? There. You just have to pull it. Now the screw has to come, this screw came all the way out, and we'll probably have to get inside the door and get the screw. It fell clear out, and it should be down there in the bottom of the door. We'll have to dig that up. Anyway, once the screw comes all the way out, and it has to come completely out of the It's completely out of the hole in there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's completely out of the hole. And once it comes out of the hole, you can then, have a little kind of a firm pull, and then you just walk this out of there. And that's the trick to pulling these door handles out. A little bit different than some of the others. Some of the old days, you'd take this cap off and the whole handle would slide this way. But now with this square hole here, instead of being a big long, big square hole, it's more of an oblong hole, and you have to pull the whole screw loose. And I don't know what moves in there. Something cuts loose in there and allows this handle to come out. So then putting it back in, you push this back in here like that. It works its way in. Then you just shove that back in, and there you have it. And then you run the screw in, and that catches it. So now you know how to take a door handle off of a 2017 Ford Edge.